Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Jupiter's Croc here on the Outpost Unknown YouTube channel, where we are once again having technical issues. Ronan and his Ludus and his very loud mic. Ronan, go ahead and speak to the people. Tell them what you or make them hear what you sound like.
I don't know what the hell these guys are talking about. Amish over here, eating candy, and they're just being a bunch of bitches. So
Well, thank God the microphone is up high because if it was down here, we'd hear every little like crunch of your teeth on that nasty candy that you're eating. Well, we are back, folks. This is another week of Spartacus. We watched House of Asher. Now we're doing a rewatch of all of the Spartacus first four seasons, and we watched episode one. We watched episode two, which I think episode two we thought was a little bit better than maybe we had remembered it being. I don't know if we're just being kind to it because we knew what to expect, but we are all kind of like, eh, we all gave it the thumbs up at the end. But now we're into
It was
episode
about here.
three. No, if you go watch the tape, the initial thing, you guys both went like
Yeah,
that.
because
So
you gave us a binary choice. You didn't
yeah,
say
it's
we
fine.
could do
yes,
it.
It's either
Ronan,
good,
Ronan indoor voice.
it's either good or bad. It's the only way Matt can enjoy Star Wars.
I'm looking at like the audio levels on Ronan's Zencaster. They're just maxed out every time he says anything. Have fun,
So,
Matt.
s- so, folks, I'm going to do my best in post to make sure Ronan is listenable, especially when he gets very excited and loud. But I apologize in advance. I'm not an audio master. I'll do my absolute best. But yeah, we don't know why Ronan's microphone is suddenly like
No.
all turned up to 11. We have no idea. But we will do our best. So we are into episode three of Blood and Sand. This is called Legends, and from our sort of past experience, this is kind of like the last quote unquote bad episode of the show. There are episodes where like, it was all right, but this is pretty much the last bad one that we thought. But upon a rewatch, do we still think it's bad? We will kind of discuss that. Look at
Yeah,
Steve. Steve's already like, no, you won't even. We're not burying the lead. Steve says it's bad.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I was correct. History backs me. We should have done all three of these episodes in one go
Yeah.
and gotten them out of the way.
You know.
I've
You know.
I've
You
been
know.
proven correct.
You know what else we should have done? Matt should have actually introduced me so that I could finally join Ronan's bit. Because look what I got. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
Got the juice. It's got the juice. Fuck yes.
no,
Ah.
jeez,
They're so
folks.
big. You just get like big. There's so much candy juiceness.
They're so gross, guys. Leave a comment down below. Are these things good? Is it just them that like these things? 'Cause I thought they were gross, and I tried them. I like gummy stuff. Man, did not like those. Anyway, we're talking legends. Of course, spoiler. Next week we're probably going to be like orgasming for an hour talking about one of the greatest episodes of television we've ever seen. But for now, we got to just get through legends. So um, Plodicus, I mean, are you ready to sort of take us through
Yeah, there's not
Legends?
much that happens in this episode, so I'm ready when you
Well,
guys
that's
are.
the
A,
end of the episode,
a
folks.
lot
Thanks.
of a lot of long montages, staring
Mm,
longingly.
Oh yeah, the montage. We'll get there.
yeah. So the episode starts with Spartacus putting on his gladiator gear. 10 years go by as he's fondling this little purple ribbon and slowly wrapping it around his arm guard.
Some say
Uh,
he's still putting on his
yeah,
leggings.
yeah, yeah.
Does he sniff it? I can't remember. People love to sniff that thigh legging thing.
I don't think
Hmm,
he does.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll leave the sniffing to Matt.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's a you thing.
so
I
after
asked if he did it.
after 10 years of Spartacus wrapping the thing around his arm go by, we get 10 years of a montage of him swinging his sword
Oh my!
through the air. Realistically, it's 3 minutes, but what was the fucking point of this 3 minute montage
I'm
of
assuming this is to
Spartacus swinging
show
his sword?
that there has I'm assuming this shows that there is some time has been passing, like it's been like a month, because you see like day, night, day, night, day, night.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming that means that like several weeks or so have been going on of him just getting better and better.
yeah. I think it's that. I think it's their way of showing like, okay, he got the brand. He's part of the Brotherhood now at the end of last episode, and now he's working his way up
Yep.
and
They could have
becoming an
just said
expert gladiator.
3 weeks later, and we could have
Yeah.
just moved on.
Yeah, well, there's
Uh,
that funny thing with that CG wooden beam that's clearly CG, and he's like whacking it, but there's no sound effect to him whacking it, so it's just him still swinging at the air.
Well,
It's
I
almost
mean,
like they
if they
forgot to
put a
put the sound effect.
whacking sound into it, then you wouldn't hear that operatic kind of music that was going on in the background. You wouldn't hear
Fair,
that.
fair.
anyways, after all this, like I've visibly aged about 4 minutes into this episode.
There's a lot
Uh,
more gray in my beard right now.
Spartacus finally gets out into the training yard. I think he fights with Kurza, and like everyone kind of shits on him because Spartacus thinks he's hot shit, and absolutely
Oh yeah,
no one agrees with him that he is hot shit. But there's going to be games. Doc Tori comes out and it's like the Vulcanelia is coming, and every time Spartacus hears like a weird Roman word, he looks at Vero, and Vero's like, "This is what that word means." The
yeah,
Yeah.
Vulcanelia is like a set of games to prevent wildfires or something like that. Uh, Doc Torre says there's the Vulcanelia. Badiatus says that 20 of his men are going to fight in the games, and then they all like gather around, and it looks like he only has 20 men. It looks like he's committing his
Yeah.
entire ludus to
The
fight in
show
these
has
games.
always kind of wanted to allude to the idea that he's actually got like, 50, 100, something like that plus. But historically, when the revolution happened, when Spartacus and like 300 gladiators broke out, but clearly they didn't have the budget. So
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like it's Spartacus and like a handful of his merry men.
yeah.
yeah.
And so the only fight that we know for sure it's going to happen at this time, or we don't even know the opponent. We know that Crixus is going to be in the Primus, the main event, because he's Crixus, the undefeated Gaul. If you don't count all the
The
times he's been
undefeated
defeated,
goal.
uh, and so then we see Badiatus, and Badiatus is incredibly stressed about money. He's upset that Xena has bought a new wig, but ultimately he gets over it because Xena
What do you
offers to
prefer, blonde Xena or redhead Xena?
redhead.
Redhead.
I mean, I would take.
Redhead.
I'm not picky. I will
Absolutely.
take either Xena, but if you give me a choice, it's going to be redhead.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
Crixus is. I mean, he's the man. I mean,
yeah.
clearly, right? I mean,
What does Crixus
which
have to do with Lucy Lawless's wig?
doesn't matter.
Matt just wanted to talk about Crixus.
I want to
Anyways,
talk about Crixus.
Badiatus is stressed about money. He is pissed that he offered 20 of his men for some Roman senator's games, and the senator won't even like stop by to say hi. Like the senator has blown off Badiatus to go and I don't know, do something with good Salonius. And so
Well, he
Badiatus is
mentions that good Salonius isn't even like providing any men for the games or something, right?
he says something like that, and then he further comments like somehow Salonius's tongue found the right asshole anyway,
Yes,
because
There,
yes.
there,
Badiatus has way
Salonius
with
just
words.
has all these guys on good Salonius Island where they just hang out over the weekend, and he puts all their names
Mm.
into a book.
Good
Anyways,
Salonius Island.
let's get through this fucking episode because it sucks. Uh, but Xena, so Badiatus is stressed about money. Xena's like, hey, Alithia is going to come to the games. I will start like worm tonguing her and getting her to we will get Glaber's patronage by like buttering up Alithia. It'll be fine. And there's a scene later on where
Buttering up Lithia. That sounds like a good title for a
Yeah,
movie.
like I'm just picture buttering her up right now.
Buttering up.
mm,
Okay.
picture
You
it
got
with your
away with
indoor
words,
voice.
Steve.
Xena at one point is like she is trying to find jewelry to impress Alithia. I just want to talk about this now because I think it's hilarious. Uh,
This is funny.
so Xena buys an emerald necklace, and she haggles the guy wants 30 denarii, and she haggles them down to like 28, and I won't throw you in the gladiator pit where they will skin you alive. So Xena thinks she's hot shit now, and later on when she actually runs into Alithia's like, oh, emerald necklace, like that would have been really good like a year ago when people cared about emeralds, and just completely just shuts
Yeah.
Xena down as
And you see
as
like Lucy Lawless's face, and she's just like, oh, it just feels like
yeah.
daggers to her.
All right. So, anyways, that's what Body Odyssey's got going on. Um, Back to the training yard, I think, after this, and it's time for the gladiators to get trained. Form one, huh, huh, huh. Form two, huh, huh. On in.
Ugh.
Doc Torre is just having the new gladiators like sling their swords, for hours on end. But Spartacus, his little piece of ribbon comes loose, and he stops training to spend another 10 years trying to tie this fucking ribbon onto his hand.
I
And Doc,
forgot how, like, what kind of importance this stupid thigh ribbon was in the opening, like,
yeah,
few episodes. I was like, "Good God!" They're really focusing
yeah,
on
like
this ribbon.
move the fuck on from this ribbon we don't care about. But Spartacus stops his training to adjust his ribbon, and Doc Torre is fucking pissed about this. Uh,
Literally.
yeah, Doc Torre tell Spartacus, you fucking suck. And
You're
Spartacus
a
is like,
piece of
yeah,
shit.
you're never gonna
Nobody
make it. You're
likes you.
you're never gonna make it in the arena. You're gonna fucking die. No one cares about you. You got to learn to fight. And Spartacus is like, I'm Thracian. There's war. Fighting is in my blood. I am a natural warrior. And Doctor is like, well, let me show you what I think of Thrace, and he just whips out his dick and pisses right in front of Spartacus, and then he tells Spartacus to kneel, and Spartacus eventually does. And then Doc Torre continues to shit on Spartacus, tell him he fucking sucks, and he kicks him down in his piss. And then Crixus has a great fucking line. They're talking about
Love it.
Thrace, and so Doc Torre has just pissed on the ground, and Crixus says, "Perhaps I should shit to complete the aroma." Fucking fantastic line by Crixus.
It's so good. So good.
Uh, so yeah, the Doctor just has them continue to train. It, it,
Every
it's
time you say train, Steve, you gotta just whip your
Just
I don't
back and
remember
forth.
the exact sequence of events because I don't care about this episode. But there's a point in one of the outside training sessions where I think Kurza gets his ass kicked by net guy, and Kurza throws up the missio, and Spartacus once again is like, what the fuck is this? And they tell you it's the surrender. It's a plea to the editor of the games to spare the defeated gladiator. And Doc Torre is like, but you're a fucking pussy bitch ass if you actually do this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Even though historically almost all gladiators did this, like yeah, within the context of this show, doing this brings great shame and dishonor upon you.
Yeah.
and
You're weak,
and
you coward.
so after when this is going on, Spartacus is like, "This is fucking stupid. I'm a goddamn warrior. I don't need to know how to surrender."
I
And
beat Crixus via a small piece of cloth. I'm the
yes,
baddest motherfucker
It's the
around.
most important piece of thigh cloth in the
so fucking
history
stupid.
of humanity.
But Spartacus says, "I don't need a lesson in how to surrender." And Doctore sees this, and Vero, the bro, tries to jump in. Is like, Doctore, be cool. Like he was just there's some nuance here. He doesn't really understand. And Doctore's like, you fucking suck. Spartacus, you're
You
going to the
both
hole,
suck.
and you're taking Jai Courtney and his only good role to the hole with you. And so Vero and Spartacus go to the hole, and the hole is just like a literal pit of shit where they just dump
Yeah.
their shit and piss in. And Vero's fuck you, you stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Vero's like,
I
Yeah.
would
the next
it,
time you fucking speak out of line, you're on your fucking own. I am not backing you up anymore.
in fairness, I would be really, really mad if I got locked into a pit of shit because of one of you two. I would be very, very
Well,
upset.
uh,
this is a good sort of thing to actually you know the the idea of what would happen if two of us or the three of us were in a pit of shit together and one of us caused it. Would you would we fight each other in
oh,
the pit of
we're
shit,
drowning that
or
motherfucker.
And somebody's got to go after that.
Yes,
oh my goodness.
Matt's gonna be locked in the pit of shit of post production on this episode because of Ronan. Uh,
I don't blame you, Ronan. I feel for you because this is my entire freaking life with technology. I no idea why it happens. It just happens.
This computer hasn't been turned on since the last time we recorded.
Oh no. See, I believe you 1,000% because I will just touch something and it'll start going haywire.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
Matt has tech herpes, and he has spread it to the rest of us.
I
Uh,
think I might have. Yeah.
so, anyways, Vero and Spartacus use their magical shit pit adventure to bond, and Vero they talk about their wives, and now Vero understands why Spartacus is the way he is and what his goals are. So later on, they finally get out. They get to clean, and they have like a little cup of water because they're still in a drought. That's a thing that's going to be like ongoing throughout like the first like 6 or 7 episodes. And so they've got this little tiny cup of water to wash themselves with. And Spartacus, rather than getting the shit crust off of himself, he's using his little cup of water to wash the fucking ribbon. I hate this stupid fucking ribbon.
But
Oh,
Steve, it's sentimental, Steve. Don't you
It's fucking
understand?
stupid.
it's dumb. Like at
It
this
is
point, like
incredibly
the
dumb.
ribbon is the most important character in the entire show. Like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, it is the ribbon
And
is the
Ribbon
focus of it all.
continues to be in the show until the end, but it definitely is not paid attention to this much. I think after this episode,
Yeah,
I'm trying
when
to.
does the ribbon go away?
I don't think. I mean, it's with him the whole time. He just doesn't fawn over it for 10 years at a
Like
time.
he's not cleaning it and like wiping the
Yeah,
shit
I could
off
have
of
sworn
it.
at a certain point after his wife died, he gets rid of it. Is like, I
does
don't know.
he?
We'll get to it. We'll get to
Yeah,
Yeah,
it.
I know.
does he have it when he's like hooking up with all those other chicks? Like I don't
Probably
remember. Like well, we'll
because
find out.
he lets the other chicks know that they're not as good as Sura.
It's the mystery of
In
the yeah.
fairness,
You can never wear this ribbon around your thigh.
I don't know. Yeah, I have blocked the ribbon out. I feel like he's got it to the end, but he just doesn't stare at it for several scenes on end after this episode. Anyways, as Spartacus is refusing to to get the shit crumbles off of him, in comes Asher and Doctore with the list of the games, and they announce that Crixus and Naeus are going to fight in the Primus. And once again, incredible Crixus dialogue. Because they, Naeus and Crixus are bros. They're part of the Brotherhood. They're established gladiators. They are happy to fight each other potentially to the death. And Crixus says, don't die too soon. And Naeus says, "Ha ha ha! I will fuck your corpse." And they laugh. And Crixus finishes it off with "What cock?" Ha 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 ha! Fantastic gladiator dialogue.
Yeah.
in
Locker room
hindsight,
talk. Locker
in
room talk.
in hindsight, like with the realization, Naeus has actually been in this Ludus longer than Crixus. He was already branded when they bought Crixus. Like it's like so, Naeus has actually been here longer, and
Yeah,
he
like
still sucks.
all of the gladiators that actually had names, like Crixus is the newest one. So that just shows how good Crixus is because he rose above the more established gladiators. He
Badass.
he lost along the way. He's the undefeated Gaul if you don't count all the times he was defeated.
Steve,
Uh,
When there's cheating happening, like ribbons tripping him, and he has to wait to see if he can actually murder
he
somebody. Like,
loses
yeah,
the
if you
final
count that,
battle of the prequel.
you don't know what you're talking about.
we didn't have this one. That this is literally the only episode in which Crixus absolutely dog walks an opponent that isn't an
Look,
important name
in
character.
my
Yeah.
head canon, Ronan, he wins all battles, and that's all that really matters.
All right.
The
So,
undefeated Gaul.
Crixus versus Naeus is going to be the final fight, and like Spartacus and Vero are going to fight each other at dawn. And they talk about like basically the earlier your match, like the less people think of you. And so Badiatus is telling Spartacus and Vero, no one gives a shit. You're going to fight at dawn. Like maybe the arena won't even be fucking open, and you'll fight in front of an empty stadium. But they talk about, well, how much money is in the opening fight, and they say like half a coin. And so both of them need money. Spartacus to fund the search for his wife, Vero to pay off his debts. And so they're both like, this isn't good enough. We can't deal with one coin. Spartacus starts hatching a plan because Spartacus thinks he's hot shit. Uh, and so, like, the next day, they're out training again. And
I just want to
Spartacus,
point out this bizarro contraption that is set up that like has like things swinging and like random swords coming in.
Oh yeah, and they're like
Never
ducking and stuff.
never pops up again. It's a neat contraption, but it's like okay, so how long does it take them to set this thing up? And then they have to take it down? Is it like a weekly thing, a monthly thing?
I
I'm
mean,
like,
the scaffolding that they fight on during the trials also isn't set up full time. So apparently, Badiatus just has like a Ludus warehouse full of neat gladiator shit that he only occasionally needs.
and this is a complicated thing of like with pulleys and really like gears and stuff. This is complicated shit.
And we'll never see it again. So Spartacus, in his head, he's like, I need to be in the Primus, and Spartacus thinks he's a badass. There's a scene again. I don't remember when exactly it happens, but all of like the newbies are in their cells talking, and Spartacus is like, Crix is fucking stupid. Like, look at him. You can tell he's been feeded tons of times. And Vero is like, you dumb fuck. Like, have you really not heard of Crixus? Crixus is
In
this
this
badass.
moment, Vero becomes Matt.
Yeah, Crixus.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, Ronan. That is when I become Vero in this very very moment. But I will say, like, the title of this episode is Legends,
Yeah.
and throughout this, we get sort of like the backstories of some of these
Yes.
legendary gladiators.
So Crixus.
It's also the only time we ever see it's like it's a memory. It's like well, it's old footage, but it's the only time that we ever get any inclination of Barca in the arena because
Yeah.
Barca never
Oh
once
yeah,
fights
we'll
in
get
the
there.
arena.
Yeah, we'll get
Well,
there.
we're gonna get there now because we're talking about all the legends. So Crixus
Okay.
became the legend, and apparently this we know with the power of hindsight and having seen the prequel that the Crixus apparently had a fight within the last 5 years where he just defeated two crazy barbarian dudes on his own. Uh, I think Curza, I don't one of the gladiators. It's not important. Starts talking about Theocles and the Shadow of
Yeah,
Death, who we're going to see in a
Shadow
future
of
episode.
Death.
But we also get Barca's backstory, which is after like the war in Carthage or whatever, all of Barca's people were kidnapped and thrown in the arena and made to fight each other. And the final fight is Barca versus Barca's dad, and Barca won. And Vero is telling Spartacus this story, and at first he says, "Yeah, Barca killed the old man who was the leader of his tribe or whatever." And Spartacus is like, "Ah, it's fucking loser shit." He
He sent an
sent
old man on his
he
way.
sent an old man on his way, and Vero is like, "That was his fucking dad." And then Spartacus gets a look like, "Oh shit! Like maybe I do need to give these
Yep.
people some
But
credit."
yeah, but he's also like he is like in the like to the Carthans like it's like no like if you were a war chief you were the baddest motherfucker out there and he was the baddest out of all of the war chiefs. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're setting up the fact that like Barca is a super badass and one day you're gonna see him in the arena,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
totally.
no,
Right?
no. Don't forget his
But
bird. Bark is very
yeah,
gentle with his bird. And
Barca,
Spartacus has that great line that should be like on my plate. I
that
That
should
should be in
eat
bird
my
it.
be better
bowl.
served.
Yeah, should be in my
Yeah.
bowl.
Yeah. Barca and the RPM Red Ranger raise like pigeons together. So I mean, let me talk about everything else that happens prior to Spartacus enacting his dumbass plan. Uh, while when Xena is buying the emerald necklace, she actually has Navia trying all like basically model the necklaces, and she just grabs Navia's like top and just pulls it down so Navia's tits are out, and Crixus sees it, and Crixus is like, hell yeah, I want some of that. Uh, and
I mean,
so
he's not wrong.
Crixus at one point asks Asher, because Asher is a man who knows how to get things. He says, I want you to go do something for me. And later on, we find out that Crixus actually bought a necklace for Navia. Uh, Crixus doesn't really get. Crixus tries and fails to hit on Navia. Like he is just so a Roman guard comes out and is like, Crixus, you're summoned. Very important task you have to do. Super jealous about what
Very
you got
important.
going on. And
Yep.
so Crixus is led into the villa by Navia, and Crixus is just shooting his shot. He's like, "Hey, remember like 2 months ago when I actually had a match and how I killed that guy? It's
But
really
totally
hard."
legitimately happened and is on my win loss. But this is watching me try attempt to flirt with women. It just goes that badly. It is fucking rough.
But he tells
This
Navia, it's
line
like,
is great though.
yeah, he's like, my victory over Gladiator A. Did my
It
victory
please
bring
you.
you joy? It's difficult to sever a man's head from his shoulders. You must find the right angle. And Navy is like, I actually don't like the games. They're fucking stupid
Yeah.
and you're lame. And
Not the way into the woman's heart by
yeah, yeah.
talking about how I chopped this dude's head
Nope.
Uh,
off.
but so Navia shuts down Crixus. As a consolation prize, Crixus is led to Xena. And he bangs is Xena uses Crixus as her personal sex slave, and
Now,
God, what a terrible life
the
that Crixus leads.
like Lucy Lawless delivers this line to Crixus where she's like, "I want you in me right now," and I was here thinking like, what would all of us do if Lucy Lawless came up to us right now and said that to one of us? Like she's like,
Comply.
You have you know exactly what you do. You perform.
would we perform though? I don't know if we'd be able to.
Speak for yourself.
Go.
So this is the beginning of of like the love story between Crixus and Xena that continues out throughout the rest of season one. Uh, yeah, Xena is just using Crixus as a sex slave, and Crixus is happy to perform, but he's also pining for Navia. Um, Later on,
It's gonna be
uh,
bad for Navia later
yeah.
on.
Later on, they run out of wine, and so Navia is sent down, and so Crixus like startles her. He like kind of like tries to interact with her through like the bars of the cell that he's in.
Well, he
And she,
reaches out for her like a fucking gorilla in an old zoo, just like and she naturally screams.
well, she drops the last jug of wine. She's like,
Last
shit.
jug of wine. Yeah.
Xena is going to beat me if she finds out I dropped the last jug of wine. And so Crix is like, give me the pieces of the pot and I will throw them off the cliff. Because obviously you build a ludus on the cliffside. And as he's doing this, Crixus gives her a necklace, which she cannot wear, as we will find out eventually. So that's what Crixus has got going on. I think that's basically it until Spartacus is going to enact his plan. Step one of the plan is to get rid of Gnaeus, and so everyone's out on the training ground, and
The
Spartacus,
bizarro training contraption of
yeah, with the weird
doom.
training contraption that we never see again, and Spartacus is just like, "Hey, Gnaeus, you look like you smell like a girl," and that sends Naeus into this blind rage where he runs and tries to gold. Remember, you've all seen matches where Goldberg tries to hit a spear on someone in the corner and they move,
And
but
just right.
Goldberg doesn't know how to stop himself, and so instead of like safely like pretending to run himself into the ring post, he actually runs himself into the ring post because he's a fucking unsafe dumbass and I hate him. Naeus
Oh, I
does
thought that
that.
was your favorite wrestler,
He is not.
Steve. Your favorite wrestler?
Naeus just runs head first into like a wooden post that's part of this contraption, and everyone comes over to see what's going on. And Sparks is like, he went mad with thirst, and Vero,
Yeah,
best wingman
like
in
a
the world, is
crazed
like,
goat.
yeah, I saw the look in his eyes. He was like a crazed
The
goat.
wild look of thirst in his eyes that consumed him. But like important to note, Barca not buying a fucking word of it. He is just killing Spartacus with his mind, just like over and over again, just glaring at him.
Yeah. So I think that's everything we need to talk about until we get to like the party that Badiatus is holding to kind of mingle with the important Romans and show off his gladiators that are going to fight in the Vulcanalia. And so Alithia is there, and Xena's trying to
With
be
a
friendly.
strange mole on her face. Did you notice that? She's got a big mole on her
You,
cheek.
you you put that in the chat before I watched it, and I completely forgot. And then
Yeah,
like
same.
while I was watching the episode, and then as I was typing in, man, I just want to watch the next episode so bad. I was like, oh, I forgot all about that mole. Oh well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was there. It was just strange to me. I'm like, why does she have a mole in this scene, but she doesn't have it in the others? It was strange. I just noticed it. Oh, look, I was looking at her face. So sue me.
oh, that's why I didn't see it. Uh, so Xena is trying to get on Alithia's good side, and Alithia, of course, is just shitting on Xena, like, "Oh, emeralds are fucking dumb. Only losers have emeralds now." Uh, and so, but Alithia has an interest in the gladiators, and so she's walking around, staring them down. She's upset that Spartacus is still alive, um, and she's just kind of bored now. She's like, "All right, well, I've lost interest in the gladiators." But Xena's like, "Wait,
I
wait,
think I'm
wait,
gonna leave. She talks about having a headache or something like
yeah."
that.
It's like, "Wait, wait, wait. let me show you the pleasures of House Badiatus. And
Oh,
so she's like, hey, Vero, Jai Courtney, only good role, only good thing you've ever done. Come with me. And so Jai Courtney is taken into another room and made to fuck a slave girl, and the Alithia is super hot for this. She is enjoying the show, and
he's
Vero's
This
like,
is
you
Roman
can touch
porn.
him, like
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
touch him, and she's like, oh my god, like a wild beast.
yeah.
yeah.
He's like, look at
This is
how
the
he
Roman
rams
equivalent.
her.
Yeah, this is the Roman equivalent of Pornhub. You know, you like they you go and you type into your browser what you want: gladiator, rams, hot slave, and then you just watch it. This is the closest equivalent they've got to that.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
they
actually
didn't
an
have the internet
interesting
back
point.
then. And so Vero finishes, and he's like, "Oh, he's saying, oh, I'm sorry, Aurelia. I had to do it. I had no choice." And Alithia's like, "Can he do it again? Make him do it again." And now Vero has to smash the slave with a softie, and so he's like, "Well, shit. I guess he doesn't have a choice though." But this is how this is how Xena first really gets Alithia's attention by making Vero bang this slave girl. But as Vero is being let out, he hears Badiatus. Badiatus is talking about he's talking to Doctore, and he's like, "What do you think about having Spartacus fight Crixus in the arena?" And Doctore is like, "No, like Spartacus fucking sucks. He's lame." And and Badiatus is like, okay, I can see that. Yeah, but in the future, because Spartacus is popular right now. In the future, that's a fight we're gonna pitch to everyone. We'll have a Ravenous fight in the arena, and Vero overhears that. By the way, I heard the name Ravenous, and I was like,
Who the
who the
fuck is
fuck is
that?
Ravenous? I looked him up. Ravenous survives until the end of the show. He is just a background gladiator in every single season from here until the end.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
I
You
feel
got
like I feel like we had this same revelation when we watched the series 2 years ago. But yeah, there is just a
Wow.
gladiator named Ravenous who is I don't know if he's in the prequel series, but he is in Vengeance and War of the Damned all the way until the end of the series. He's just a
Good
background
for that guy.
gladiator. Yeah.
Good for that guy.
you,
Wow.
you got to put his picture into the chat. We'll make him like the actual thumbnail picture for this.
Yes, yes. Find me a picture of Ravenous. That's what I want.
Okay. Well, Vero overhears this conversation and he goes up, "Hey, Spartacus, sorry, your plan didn't work. Ravenous, that guy, he's going to fight Crixus in the arena." And so Badiatus is ready to make it. And Spartacus says, that doesn't help my cause. And so Badiatus is getting ready to announce the Primus. And, the good people of Capua, good Romans, uh, obvious. Go ahead. You raised your
Question,
hand.
or sorry, comment. I just want to point out that there was a scene way before this when Badiatus is kind of like leaving, and Spartacus is like, Dominus, a word with you, whatever. And he asked about Sura, and Badiatus is like, what the fuck? Look, I'm doing my best here. Just go win, you stupid asshole,
But
sort of
you're
thing.
you're
So
you're pressing beyond your position
Your
as authority.
station.
yeah, so Spartacus is already like trying to pressure Badiatus, and Badiatus is like, "Look, dude, just go win." And Spartacus is just like, "I have to like cut the line.
Yeah,
I've got to become the champion so I can make the money to go, help find Sura."
yeah, and obviously, like Spartacus beats the shit out of Crixus in the Primus, and that's what launches his career. Anything else we need to talk about?
Yeah.
No,
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 that
no.
was it.
That's just the rest of the show is just like
So
cake
anyways,
after this.
so how do we get to the Primus? How does Spartacus get to the Primus? Badiatus is like, good Romans of Capua. In the Primus, it will be Crixus, and Crixus is going to fight, and then Spartacus just fucking charges Crixus, and they get into a fist fight.
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot.
Cheap
Yeah, I
shots,
mean he
It's
does.
Crixus.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Spartacus sucks in this episode. Like I'm not denying
he's
that.
in his heel arc right now. You know,
I do like that because obviously we've spoiled like Crixus kicks the shit out of
Yeah,
Spartacus at the end of this episode, but I love the fact that early on when Badiatus is asking Doctore, well, what about Spartacus versus Crixus and Doctore? Because if they would have had Spartacus like kind of win or put up an actual fight against Crixus, it would have made Doctore look weak because like, wait a minute, this guy can't tell that Spartacus, is this badass, whatever. And I love that Doctore's like, no, Spartacus sucks. And we see him vindicated.
yeah, he's a little more gentle than that. He's like, with all due respect, Dominus, like he's not there yet. He's not ready. You like, and also having him jump the chain, it's gonna upset the men. And, Body Odds is like, "Yeah, okay, I guess you're right."
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the link to Ravenous in our Discord. He looks like
Oh.
Boba Fett if Boba Fett was like skinny. So dropping this in here.
So, like,
Uh,
clone trooper Boba Fett.
Okay.
Go take a
I'm gonna
look.
look
Yeah,
this up.
he is in through the entire series. Good Ravenous, everyone's favorite gladiator.
Yeah,
So
but
we're gonna have to, as we watch this show, I'm gonna be looking for Ravenous, and we're gonna point out Ravenous was in the background of
We
this
should.
episode.
I
So
We
I
absolutely
don't think
fucking
I've
should.
ever seen this.
yeah, hold on, I'm opening this.
He looks like
Okay,
Boba Fett,
Ravenous.
right?
Like, yeah, you're not wrong.
Who? I don't feel like I've seen this guy either. What in the world?
He truly is a background
Now,
character, but
Tamora
he's
Morrison is in Gods of the Arena, so Boba
Yeah.
Fett is technically in this. But yeah, this is
he's
I
got a
don't know.
full yeah, he's got a full, like, explanation, like a
There he is, folks. I'll post a photo of him in there so you can take a look. But yeah, I don't remember this guy. I don't even remember him in this episode. Was he in this episode?
I
he's a
don't know.
background
They may
character.
have just used his name and then I don't know.
This is like instead of "Where's Waldo," "Where's Ravenous?" That's what we're doing, folks.
I
From now
Leave a
on,
swear
comment down below. Timestamp where Ravenous is as we watch these episodes.
I swear we had this same conversation the first time around and we forgot him again. Uh
we
anyway,
need
so
we're Z-level enough. We can get this actor. We can interview him for the show.
um have a good time editing, Matt.
Yeah,
Uh
let's do
so
it.
uh Spartacus attacks Crixus, and the guards are about to break it up, but Alithia is like, no, 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 let him fight, let him fight. And Badiatus has no choice. It's like the people are watching this, and they are super interested in seeing Crixus fight Spartacus, and Badiatus is like, look at them, they're. He has to pivot on the spot. He's like, look at them, their hatred runs so deep. They can't stand each other. They want to kill each other. So tune in tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, and watch the final fight between Spartacus and Crixus. So
So
Spartacus has
this
made
is
its
where
way to
Body
the
Otis
Primus.
this is where Body Otis fucks up, and he kind of enters the bad Eric Bischoff phase, where instead of like building this program up over the course of a year, so he can get the big payday match at at like at Starcade at the end of the year, he just like jumps the gun and throws this on a regular episode of Monday Nitro, where it's not going to make him any money at all.
Well,
So
he
this
didn't
is
have a
this is
choice. He
there's
What do you mean
always
he
a
didn't have a
choice.
choice? Spartacus literally says in this episode, "There's always a choice."
There's
I
always a choice.
Badiatus could not have just taken Spartacus away and it's like, no, 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 everyone's the Crixus is gonna fight fucking Ravenous.
Sure, he
Badiatus
could
like
have just be like, "Yeah, look, the
Spartacus
dog Spartacus.
no,
Trust me, folks. We'll handle this."
no.
Steve,
Badiatus
there was like 10 people in that room.
and they were all people that Badiatus wants money from, and all of those people want to see Spartacus versus Crixus.
Nobody
Badiatus,
said they wanted to accept Alithia.
Yep.
body, and that's the person he wants to impress the most because he wants fucking patronage from her husband.
I'm just saying he steamrolled this program when he should have built it up into a year-long
No,
thing, ends at a
this
Starcade.
this Badiatus made the best choice he could here, and he even says that because Xena, smartest character in the
She's mad.
show, is like
Yep.
Spartacus fucking sucks. We need to kill him. He's uncontrollable. Let's get rid of him. And Badiatus says, I made the most of the situation I was put in. The interest was there. I had to capitalize on it. And so now the Primus is going to be Crixus versus Spartacus. And at this point, Spartacus actually has the crowd on his side because the last time they saw Spartacus, he killed like 6 of Salonius's shit gladiators.
Four,
And
Steve.
whatever,
Come
4.
on,
whatever.
Steve. Come on, Plodicus.
Uh,
Let's remember the details of the
He
episodes, please.
he killed
yeah,
37 of
this
the
might
shit
have
gladiators from good Salonius. So Spartacus is going to fight Crixus, and they're out on the sands, and Spartacus just charges. I don't. He doesn't even like wait for someone to say begin, and
And they're pissed. Like the
yeah,
guy who's there, who's like, they're not supposed to be doing that because Alithia is like, ooh,
How
exciting.
exciting! And she gets, like,
Ooh.
really interested in this is
Well,
where we see
she's like focused on Crixus too. We forgot
Mm.
to mention like Alithia is like walking up to him and when they're being displayed and she's like touching on him and you can tell Lucy Lawless is not
Don't
happy
touch my
that Alithia
stuff.
is looking. Yeah, don't
this is
touch
where
my
we
man.
this is where we also get another one of those early in the series experiments with cameras that they abandon and they never go back to this again.
Oh yeah.
The Iron Man helmet cam.
Yeah, where
It
the camera's
actually
like right here.
well,
Yep.
yeah, and you can see, like, the shadow through the visor of their helmets, but it actually does serve a purpose in this where you can see why they would wanna do it because their helmets don't let you see their face, and so it's like it shows Spartacus running in, and he's wailing away at Crixus, and Crixus just is like, "Mm." Crixus has Ultra Instinct locked in, so he's just like,
Well, he starts
uh."
laughing at multiple
He's
times. He's
enjoying
laughing.
himself because
Yeah.
Spartacus sucks at this
Yeah.
point in the show. That like so you see Crixus is smiling, effortlessly dodging, whereas Spartacus is like gassed very, very quickly. So
Yep.
like the helmet cam does allow you to see that important facial expression because otherwise the helmets would obscure it, and later on in the show they just ditch the helmets entirely.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to anything you said because I'm just looking at all these pictures of like primary gladiators in front, and then I can see Ravenous in the background, like far in the background.
This is going to become a thing. We have to find
Yes.
this man in
We
The
have
every
to
hunt
find
for
episode.
Ravenous.
like
But anyways, yeah.
yeah,
So
the
the
hunt for
Spartacus,
Ravenous. Yeah.
Spartacus and Crixus fight, and Spartacus is thinks that he can just beat Crixus just via pure rage. He's just gonna out willpower Crixus, and then Crixus gets a good shot at it. And Crixus does his Capua. Shall I begin? And Crixus just beats the living shit out of
Dog walks him.
Spartacus. Spartacus is not a match for Crixus whatsoever, and Crixus has wanted to kill Spartacus since he first saw Spartacus, and so he's having a good time. And finally, he's got the blade to Spartacus's throat, and and Crixus looks up at the Pulvinus, and Spartacus throws up the Missio.
Well, Crixus says like this is where I send you to the afterlife or some shit
Yeah.
like that because he's very excited because he's like, oh yeah, they're gonna
As
kill
we
me.
often have to do in this show, we have to stop for a minute and talk about the penises. So, Matt, where was your erection on a scale of 1 to 10 watching Crixus just absolutely manhandle Spartacus? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10.
How was your
Uh,
manhandle doing when Crixus
where
was
where your
manhandling Spartacus?
microphone is right now, like 11. So yes, this was glorious for me. This was glorious for me because
Yeah, we give Crixus shit, but he definitely whoops the shit out of Spartacus in
Yeah.
this fight. Just
yeah,
absolute ass whooping.
So
love
so Crixus
Crixus.
has the sword to Spartacus's throat. He looks up for permission to kill Spartacus, and Spartacus throws up the Missio. And Badias is like, Spartacus fought well. Let him live to fight another day. And the crowd is just fucking
Ooh.
booing, and even like the main like Roman guy that put on these games, he's like, it's like bitter a bitter bite to end the meal or something like that. Everyone is fucking angry and upset that including me, that Badiatus spared Spartacus because this is fucking
Yeah.
stupid and makes no goddamn sense. And then we see Spartacus, and he's just sitting in a
Well,
room.
hold on. Badiatus, when asked for basically his reasoning, he tells the Roman dude, he's like, I have a lot of coin
Yeah,
in
and that's
Spartacus. Like it's
fucking
established
stupid. It makes no
he's
sense.
spent so much money on
Doesn't
him. He
matter.
doesn't want to
It's
lose an
fucking. I'm
investment.
gonna come back to this.
And
The end
and
of
yet
that.
he will happily throw away that
Yeah,
investment in the next
it makes no
episode.
fucking sense. But let me finish. Let me close this episode, and we'll talk about how fucking stupid Badiatus is in this moment. Uh, Spartacus is just sitting alone in a room, and Doctori walks in, and Spartacus is like,
I'm dumb.
the stories about Crixus were true. Like he is like his reputation is well earned. Like I couldn't find any weakness in his form. And Doc Tori's like, well, they were there. There were like 10 times that you probably could have killed him if you were better trained. But you were a shit ass about it. And so Spartacus is like, I will train harder, Doc Tori. And Doc Tori's like,
Mm-mm.
no, you're
Nope.
not. No, that moment has passed, and that's where the episode ends. Let's talk about how fucking Badiatus' stupid decision is. It's fucking awful. Like Badiatus,
Cook, Steve, cook.
this
This
is
man cooked.
so fucking dumb. I don't care how much money Badiatus spent on Spartacus. Badiatus's whole whole revenue stream requires the audience, requires influential Romans to want to see his fights. However much money he spent on Spartacus, he lost way more than that by alienating his paying customers. There's no fucking way that the pennies he was going to get from Spartacus in the pit were going to offset him losing the interest of the entire crowd of Capua, which is his entire source of income. And even
But
if
do you think he's gonna lose the whole crowd? I mean, he's still got
He
the
yes,
lost
champion
the
of
whole crowd
Crixus, the
everyone was
champion of
every
Capua.
they wanted to see Crixus kill him. Why?
You
Why
heard the
would
crowd,
in
kill, kill,
Right.
kill,
No, no, no,
he
kill.
but
pissed
I'm just parlaying this forward. I'm like, if Crixus comes into the arena next, you think the crowd just gonna boo the shit out of him
I'm
and like
saying
he's
Crixus is not going to get another chance if Badiatus doesn't get booked by the people with the money who he has just pissed off.
Because he gave them a bad show and sent
Yes,
thousands of Romans
Badiatus is a
very
showman.
angry.
He has to put on a show that people want to see to generate income. And he just showed the entirety of Capua. I'm not going to give you what you want to see because I spent so much money on Spartacus that I've got to get that money back. Except I'm not going to because tomorrow I'm going to send him to the pit to die. This is fucking
This is
stupid. This is
this is
fucking
Badia
stupid.
this is Badiatus in his Vince McMahon booking era, where he's like, well, the safe bet is just keep the belt on John Cena at all costs and never ever ever let anybody else we can't we can't do anything to change the program, and the crowd is getting very upset. But he's like, no, we have to keep this guy in the ring. He's like he's making bad booking calls right now.
He is.
He should
And
there's no storyline reason why he shouldn't
so
have just had Spartacus killed, because in the previous episode, in a training match that no one would have ever seen, he gives Crixus the okay to kill.
that's true.
yeah, it
That is a
makes no
good point.
sense. And look, I understand that if Spartacus dies here, that's the end of the show. I also know that this leads into the pit, which is the point where we think that the series gets great. So this had to happen. But I needed more from Badiatus. I needed a scene where he has some sort of audience surrogate and he really goes to fucking bat for Spartacus, explaining all the reasons that he needs Spartacus alive. And his one statement of "I've spent a lot of coin on him" doesn't cut it and makes no sense with the decisions that we see him make before and after this episode. This is a fucking stupid, stupid, stupid thing that Badiatus does at the end of this episode, and it just fucking destroys the whole episode for me. Hate it. Fuck this episode.
Yeah,
Worst episode in the series.
Wow.
it's bad.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad.
Well, Ronan, your thoughts on this one? Is it just the end, the final sort of Badiatus decision that ruins the whole episode for you, sort of like
There's a
how Steve
picture of
is feeling,
Ravenous
or is
throwing a net.
no, don't show me any more pictures of Ravenous because I want to find him going forward.
Yeah, he's
So
arguing Waldo.
that's the whole thing.
Uh,
Like anyone out there, if anybody's watching this, if you find Ravenous, leave a timestamp down below. I will randomly pick a winner each episode, and I don't know, I'll send an Outpost Doom DVD signed to everybody
how
if they
many
win.
of those do you have left?
Dude, in the hallway, because I'm preparing to sell my house and trying to get ready. I found two gigantic boxes of Outpost Doom DVDs that were never even opened. I've got to have like hundreds
How?
of them.
How many does
Exactly.
you and
How?
DJ have
I
made?
feel like once a year DJ just orders a new box and Alyssa helps him like hide it in your house somewhere without you
There's got to
knowing.
be a bit at this
I
point.
don't know, dude. And here's the other thing: when I helped my mom with Junk John last year, she had unopened boxes of Outpost Doom DVDs also. We have so many, I need to get rid of them. So leave a timestamp when you find Ravenous, people, and
It
we'll
occurs to
verify, and I'll send you our movie. Go for it.
it occurs to me that probably none of these people know what an Outpost Doom is. So
Outpost Doom is a movie that we made. It's actually on our channel, so you can go watch all of our old movies and whatnot. And Outpost Doom is on there. It stars Steve, Aplodicus himself, main character of that, and it's actually a decent movie that we made for $5. I like it.
We're proud. It's not good. We're proud of it though.
Yeah, yeah, it was a step up from the Grand Horror for sure.
as for this episode
Yes.
is in that frustrating zone where on the one side it has a lot of great character stuff. Like, we have, like, the great moments with Spartacus and Varro, they're bonding, we actually see, like, good stuff happening there. You're like, their bonding is organic, it's natural, you're not seeing anything stupid like Badiatus's bad booking. Like, yeah, all of that happening. But we also get good moments with Crixus where we see that, like, okay, well, Crixus is trying to, be more than just, angry man swing sword, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know how, and that's good character stuff. But again, on the other hand, you've got this like complete and utter bullshit that ties in again to the bullshit in the last episode where it's like Spartacus only has the brand because of a thin piece of lace and now jumps the line. Like Badiatus does stuff that he shouldn't have done based on decisions on the other two episodes to just put Spartacus, into this position he wasn't ready for, and then doesn't allow him to be killed as punishment. Okay, like this was supposed to be the whole thing. Spartacus is going to die in the arena at some point. He has no reason to think that Spartacus is going to become a future cash cow. Like so, like yeah, why he didn't just say nope, did give him the thumbs down? I don't know, and it's really really stupid, and it does sting. Along with the opening, like monologues of like 15 minutes of swinging and 35 minutes of putting on my leggings. So, yeah, yeah, this is a frustrating episode. I can't. It's bad in a frustrating way.
Okay, I think that's fair. I don't know if I'm just becoming more like okay with these episodes in my older age. I didn't hate this episode. Like, I agree with you that there's all kinds of good stuff in it. But I think my main problem with this episode is, and I know you have to do this narratively. You have to show Spartacus as kind of like cocky. You have to show Spartacus as kind of an asshole, and then he's got to be taken down, right? And then he realizes, okay, I'm not the hot shit person I was. I mean, that's a natural story arc for
He's got to get
characters.
humble. It's a,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a natural
He's got to get
hero's journey thing.
he's got to get humbled. But it felt so kind of like out of place in this because like when in episode 1 we're introduced to Spartacus, and Spartacus is like this noble, honorable person. Even in episode 2 he still is kind of portrayed that way. I mean, obviously he's very kind of like, what the fuck, I'm in this situation that I wasn't expecting. But in this one he just comes across as an asshole, like just out of the blue. He's just kind of like a straight asshole, getting his friend stuck down in the shit, you know, uh, shit bin with him and stuff like that. And I'm like, he just, I don't know, he's so out of character for what he is like before and after,
Well,
going forward. And I felt like, go
he
ahead, go ahead.
he becomes like when he becomes the champion after like episode 6. I recall he gets really cocky and assholish then as well. So this is just when Spartacus thinks he's hot shit, he gets an ego problem, and he gets taken down
Okay.
the peg in this episode.
Well, he definitely gets taken down a peg, but I don't know, something about like the performance or something in this one. It just felt out of character, at least from what we've seen of him at this point in time. And I wish there would have been more build up to that or something. But I do agree with you. I think that Badiatus's decision, where it's just money. I'm almost curious to go back and listen to the audio commentary track of this one again, just to see if Stephen DeKnight, had an explanation for why Body Artist did what he did. But it does seem very strange. It felt like, we just have
This
because
has to happen for the next episode to happen.
Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah.
early on in the episode, like Spartacus even mentions, like when Vero's telling him about, the Missio, whatever, he's like, I would never do that. Like he's basically like, Thracians, we don't ever, back down. And he's got to be able to do that because he realizes, like in that scene when Crixus has him, is about ready to slit his throat or something. I was anticipating we would see some sort of like flashbacks of Sura or something,
Hmm.
or maybe Spartacus saw Sura standing up there next to Badiatus or something, looking at him or something. But we don't get anything like that. So then it's just kind of like the whole point of Spartacus like suddenly giving up. I wanted. that connection to his wife. Like, if I don't give up here, I lose my wife forever and she'll never come back to me. I'll never be able to find her. So that's the reason I'm kind of giving up. And we don't get that. Like, it was just kind of like a missed opportunity, in my opinion. But yeah, this is, again, folks, like, this is the last, probably last episode of this show in which we're going to be like, we didn't like that at all.
Yeah,
Like,
this sucked.
starting with the pit, this show, it's like a rocket ship to Mars. Like, it's just on its way. But yeah, this is probably of the three episodes, which would you guys say is the absolute worst overall? Not just for like a body Odyssey decision at the end or something, but just the worst episode overall.
I think I would still give it episode 1, and then this, and then episode 2. So probably 1, 3, 2.
1, 3, 2. Okay. How about you, Steve?
I still think this one, like you guys know me, I am a story guy. Things have to make sense for me to enjoy something, and I think Badiatus's decision at the end is so egregiously bad and poorly explained that this is the worst for me. I think three is on the bottom, one is in the middle, because even though one is filmed in a way I didn't like or find interesting, the story, even though I found it incredibly boring, it tracked. Like it was fine. And then two is, it's there, which puts it above episodes 1 and 3. So yeah, I still think this is the worst.
Okay. I'd still probably say one is the worst for me just because it was so boring. Um, I guess, unlike you, Steve, I can get over the fact that Body Artist, said, "Oh, I spent a lot of money on him and I don't want him to die," because I guess I can rationalize Body Artist. He still literally has the champion of Capua. It's not like the crowd suddenly hates Crixus and is never going to want to see Crixus fight in the arena again. So he could be thinking to myself, well, I still have Crixus. Maybe the crowd's pissed off in this moment, but they'll get over it when, Crixus kills one of Good Salonius's men.
Yeah,
But
the only
Crowd
why?
is fickle.
the
But
only
why
story
spare?
explanation I can think of is that, like, he still wants he wants Spartacus alive because he still has some desire to use him to, like, you know, dangle over Glaber. That's the
I
only thing I can think
I
of.
could
Mm,
live with that if they had said this.
Yeah,
Instead,
yeah.
instead,
yeah.
Badiatus alienates his biggest customer by denying them Spartacus's death to throw him in the pit where like six people that are all poor will watch Spartacus die.
That that's Now that I think about it, that's actually an interesting point because, like you said earlier on, Steve, they're trying to get Glaber and Lithius patronage,
Hmm.
right? And so Badiatus literally says, "No, we're not going to kill Spartacus," because Alithia at one point in that sort of like display at the party,
He's like,
whatever,
"Oh, the
Lithia's like,
faction still lives."
he still lives, and then Badiatus, with Alithia watching, still keep Spartacus alive, and Alithia gets
Like
pissed
we
at that.
almost
And
we almost needed it to be Alithia's decision, as that would also be dumb. But
oh, that'd be
but maybe
interesting.
if Alithia had some bonkers moment where she looks at Badiatus and is like, no 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 no, I want to see him beat up again and again and again. Uh,
That would have
I
been a
could
cool idea.
I don't know
Yeah.
that that would be good, but I could live with that more than Badiatus just calling this a money decision just to
When
kill
Spartacus at this
Spartacus a
point,
different way the next day.
yeah, when Spartacus at this point is not a cash cow to him. That's
Yeah.
like the important thing. It's
Spartacus,
like he
and I think we find out next episode too that Badiatus knew that Spartacus had done this scheming. Like nothing like escapes Badiatus's notice, which makes it even so now Badiatus saved a worthless gladiator that he knows is smart enough to pull off schemes. And you would think he would be the first one to get pitched off the cliff by Badiatus.
or at least whipped severely, like, punished heavily, something, because he does this to other gladiators.
Yeah,
So
I hate Badiatus' decision in this episode. It's awful. But it had to
so the next
happen for
episode,
us to get to episode 4.
Yeah.
yeah. So obviously he's going to put him in the pit in the next episode. But at the very end of this, when Doctori comes in and Spartacus is like, "Well, I'll just train harder. I'll train more to kick Crixus' ass," and Doctori's like, "Nah." Now that time is past now. Why? That's another thing. Like, why wouldn't Badiatus be like, okay, fine, like, no, you're not gonna fight again in the arena until we are ready. Like, you've actually like trained sky high. Like, is it simply like, no, I'm just gonna make you earn money in the pit until you're dead? Like, why? Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
and,
that
like,
now
and
your
there's
arguments are making sense to
there's
me now. It's
no
like I don't
way
understand.
that he would make enough pit money to cover the losses of alienating all the people that would pay to get in
Well,
the arena.
the next episode, we find out that he's doing all the stuff with the pit because, like, apparently because of the poor showing at the Vulcanalia, he doesn't get enough money to cover his grain expenses.
Yeah,
So he's using Spartacus in the pit. Like, okay, well, I was like the only asset that Spartacus had was that he beat 4 gladiators, so the crowd liked him, and then he lost to Crixus, so the crowd was eagerly cheering for his death. So it's like he doesn't have the crowd anymore. So it's like, okay, the only way you are valuable to me now is to fight in the pit. But he
Yeah,
did not know that at the time.
but the crowd wants Spartacus to die, so he could have used Spartacus back in the arena and built it up like, you want to see this guy die, you want to have him killed, where we're going to put him up against someone who's going to tear him down and kill him,
but
and get the crowd popping
no,
for that.
for
That's
all they
not how
know,
the crowd
Badiatus is just
works.
going to spare him again at the end. Like they
Yeah,
already saw Spartacus get to the point
yeah,
where someone was
yeah.
going to
That's
kill him.
yeah. That's not how the crowds work. It's like, oh, well,
No,
like at
it's
this
just
point, you're just seeing
it's
him out for an execution. They've seen this already. Come on, Matt.
it's a dumb
Think, Mark, Matt.
decision.
Think.
I'm trying to come up
You
with
can't. No,
something logical for
Come on.
Badiatus here.
it's a dumb thing that had to happen to move the story forward. And you know
Okay,
I hate
fair.
that, and I will call it out even in shows that I love.
Okay. Well, there you go, folks. Leave a comment down below.
By the
Why do
way,
you think? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so we got to do the thing. We
oh,
got to
hang
do
on,
the
let me
thing.
Yeah,
rewind time.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Our
yeah.
binary
Rewind, like
choice.
time travel here. 3, 2, 1.
Eh,
Yeah. Yeah, this one's not good. This one's not good. But yeah, leave a comment down below, folks. Why do you think Badiatus chose not to have Spartacus killed right there? Is there a logical, plausible reason that we are not seeing here? We'd love to hear it. Leave a comment, hit that like and
would
subscribe.
also love to know if you
Next,
saw Ravenous.
yeah, yeah, and let us know if you saw Ravenous. So yeah, next Friday we are going to be talking The Pit, where we will probably just be glowing profusely. This is where the show skyrockets for us, and we love it. It becomes a top 5 show with The Pit.
Fountains
So
of cum. Fountains. It's gonna be like a Vegas show. It's gonna be in sync. Uh, uh, uh,
is that how it's going to be? Okay,
yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
Close optional next Friday, fellas. So anyway,
That's
yeah,
been
hit
true
that like.
for the entire run. Oh,
We'll see ya next Friday.